Hey folks, just got back off my walk. Made it to the bench, 4.5 miles, and just got back in the car. Got myself a Dr. Pepper, and just wanted to make this video. This way I don't have to blank out my gamer tag. I can just do it on my phone. Wanted to have a quick chat about my thoughts of the launch experience and game Gears Reloaded. Some of you may be interested. Overall, I would say the experience is exactly what I expected. To be completely honest, exactly what I expected. Does that leave me disappointed? Maybe. I'll try to formulate my thoughts into some reasonable order. So, number one, price. I got it for £1 on Game Pass for 14 days. Will I play it more than 14 days? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. It would end up costing what, $9.99 a month to play Gears Reloaded. Is Gears Reloaded worth $9.99 a month? I don't think it is, to be honest. Is it worth £40? Maybe if you've never ever played the game and you're a PlayStation player, I would say that the campaign, do it a few times on normal and insane and play a bit of multiplayer. Maybe it should be a £30 experience considering it's a re-release. $29.99 to make it enticing if I was a salesman. In terms of product, how are we? What is there? There's campaign, there's a bit of multiplayer. There's no extras in there. They didn't throw in a basic horde mode, they did nothing. In terms of that, I understand their original didn't have horde and blah blah blah, but it's a pretty lazy product. In terms of servers, well, we've had 3/4 days down. It's only been out a week and a bit, and we've now got a period where you can be deranked and not earn XP. It's not looking good, Brev. In terms of gameplay, it's not actually a remaster. Because the original, you couldn't spot people, you could crouch up and down when you snipe. There was many different angles you could get on maps that have been altered and tweaks. There are some new invincible spots. There are some invincible spots that have been removed that change how the game fundamentally is played. For example, Clock Tower Wall. So it's not really a remake. It's not authentic to the original. It's kind of a remake of their version of a remake. It's strange, and we're still balancing it. It's a 2006 game. Here's what you do. You just release the game with the exact same balance, but think to yourself, well, everybody's got more frames, everybody's got faster sensitivity, different controllers, PC, whatever. Let's tweak the, snub and lancer damage by a few points. That's probably it, and you just go on your merry way. And when people say, oh, this guy shot me in the sky and backpacked me, you say that's the original game. They've got rid of backpacking, they've got rid of some camera shots, they've got, the sniper is like permanently at center screen when you blind fire him with an active. There's a boom shot that doesn't work. There's a Hammer of Dawn that seems different, to be honest. The torque bow, I've got some clips where I'm just straight missing with the torque bow. Genuinely, I hit 4 torque bow shots in a row. I missed all of them. And I watched it swing and lock onto them. I've missed sniper shots. There's screen delay. It's not a good product. Like, it's okay for a nostalgic journey. Like, I'm thinking, yeah, I'll play this with a friend for 14 days and have a bit of a nostalgic journey. But there's no way on earth you could take this game seriously, because there's too much fuckery in the game, frankly. There was a lot of fuckery in the original, but the mentality of everybody's changed. That's the main thing to take away. The mentality of gamers is just different. So, back in the day, yes, you could 4-man stack ranked and host, but good players wouldn't host, and you certainly wouldn't stack up. And maybe if you've had a good ranked match and it was close, you might ask the host what he's hosting next, and you might join their server but go against him this time and make the teams more even. There was like a self-moderation. You're just stuck in matchmaking now, and it's a bit unfair. The PlayStation experience is going to be brutal. There's no training mode. There's no boot camp mode. For me, if I was selling the game, I would say PlayStation players, you are playing only PlayStation players for the first 2 months, and then after 2 months you can market it where, hey, Xbox players, now you get to battle PlayStation players and PlayStation play, like it's like a second launch in a way. But now PlayStation players are just getting absolutely battered, and I hold my hands up. Yesterday, for the first time, I actually got frustrated and I typed in chat at 2 people. And if those 2 people knew my gamer tag, I would apologise to them. I'm a big enough man to apologise. Number one guy was sweating his heart out and he was killing me over and over again. And I said a few words to him when really I was just pissed off that the matchmaking was so unbelievably imbalanced. And number 2, I got stuck with a brand new PlayStation player that literally I'm trying my absolute heart out to win this match, and he's not got a single cap, a single break, and he's, in my eyes, just running around helplessly. But I shouldn't have said anything. He even said, hey mate, this is the first time I've played Gears in like 5 years. And I said, I apologise, friend, mate, I'm just pissed off because the other team are a sweaty stack, my bad, Who knows if he read that because it gets blocked with this stupid massive text box on screen that takes 8 minutes to disappear. Hello, who the fuck designed that? But, the matchmaking does annoy me, because getting onto the matchmaking, if you look at the playlists, a brand new player is going to think one of 2 things. Competitive, when you read the description, it says, this game starts when all the teams are full. So that sounds enjoyable. You click competitive, and then you have execution, kill all of the players using executions, that's the description, or play 2v2 with only Nashers. So the only mode there you're going to really pick is execution, and it's not really about executing people, is it? So that's why you end up with a load of noobs in ranked execution, and then they're waiting around for the respawn, get bored and quit. Then they look at the other modes, they go, assassination, that sounds confusing, I don't want to play 2v2 again. Execution, no, I don't want to play that one, I've just tried that. I understand what King of the Hill is, let's try King of the Hill. Or Team Deathmatch, I know what Team Deathmatch is, and Warzone shouldn't be in the game, and that comes from a long-time Warzone player. So you end up in casuals in social, which the best, sweatiest game mode is King of the Hill. So all the best players and all the worst players are in King of the Hill, so it's just a shit fest. King of the Hill should be ranked, and it should be max party of 2, and in you go. That's it. It's an awful experience for new PlayStation players. You're just literally dropped into a brand new game, brand new franchise with no help against experienced veteran players on weird playlists. It's not good. As a shooting game, would you put massive time into getting good at Gears Reloaded? Well, no, because everybody tells you that the mechanics are massively different to Gears 2, 3, 4, 5. And E-Day will be different. So you're probably not going to sink a huge amount of time into it. You're probably just going to get the basics down, be like, okay, that was Gears, and then you're going to quit. So I don't think it has much long-term success. Does it have much long-term replayability for OG fans? For me, no. I think all of the issues with connection and just bullshittery are enough to stop me wanting to grind. I'm getting hit by a sniper and a torque boat and a frag grenade that are nowhere near me. I'm sometimes getting blown up by a boom, I'm sometimes getting downed, I'm sometimes doing no damage with it. Sometimes I'm point blanking people and I'm looking back at the footage and I've absolutely aimed correctly and apparently I've missed. And sometimes I'm behind somebody and it's got all the old screen issues that the previous games have had and nothing's really improved. And I've had 3 or 4 games last night where somebody has quit and then the game's ended, which leads me to believe, am I on a host connection? I'm not sure. I don't want to be a conspiracist, but the servers are terrible. The product is what I expected. If you're a brand new PlayStation player, you're going to play the campaign a few times, maybe hop on for a bit of multiplayer for a couple of weeks and then never play it again. If you're an experienced player, you're going to be frustrated because it's not really the original. The sensitivity is just unbelievably fast, The whole game changes with sensitivity. It just does. The way you move, the way you have fights, Let's just imagine everybody was forced onto 15-15 sensitivity, like medium. There used to be a thing where, like, when you're scoping, you couldn't track a running player. They would run faster than you could move the scope left to right. I don't think that's a thing anymore. And so, like, you can't really run away from people because people just track you with a lancer or a snipe, and the game just fundamentally is very, very different to how it was in 2006, 7, 8. It's just a totally different world. The game doesn't really work in 2025 with the way they've done it. And that was expected. I knew that would happen. If it were me, I think we've seen enough of actives. I don't think actives need to be in the game. Actives are just a quicker way to get a reload. I don't want to fight somebody thinking, oh, he's just reloaded his shotgun, so he's got an active, so really I'm going to lose that fight. I just think overall it's a very mid product. I don't think there's anything to shout about here. And if you're not playing on 4K, 240 hertz, whatever refresh rate or whatever it is, you are literally playing UE. I am playing Ultimate Edition. That's what I'm playing right now. I'm just playing Ultimate Edition. And there's a reason I didn't play Ultimate Edition in the first place, was because to me that's not Gears. So yeah, will I continue to play it? I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend the money to carry on playing it. Will I continue to make videos? I don't know. You people seem to enjoy them, but for me, obviously, this channel is monetized free, and I'm not sponsored to play it. I don't have any duties to play it. It's not my job. So I will probably make videos when I feel inspired, but I'm not going to probably continue to grind out daily videos. It's just a very mid product. I also, just environment-wise and map-wise, it's terrible. There's no rain, there's no atmosphere, and so you can't even say, well, it's a bit of a bad... like you ever play those games where it's not the best game, but you just really like the environment so much that you feel engrossed in it? That was a bit of Gears 1. For me now, all of that environment and engrossment has gone, and I don't really feel that. And I think PlayStation players are getting a very watered-down graphical version. At least when you were playing Mansion and you were getting bullshitted, you were in the rain and there was rain coming from a broken roof and whatnot. Now it's just like you're just running around in this airy-fairy bright map. So, it's a pretty average product. That's my thoughts.